Hey guys, Nick Kellar, Greg Rock coming to you with another video blog. Today we wanted to hit on something that is a bit of a challenge, I think, for all of us with kids. We both have kids, or most of everybody in our company has kids, so it's something that we've come up, it's come up quite a bit, and we know it's a challenge right now in society, and that is really as kids go into virtual learning and the school year starts, maybe some things that you can do to create a winning environment at home, because this is new for everybody. So
before you get to this actual list of things, we can't all be as good as Nick is, who made his own homemade desks for his daughter.
I did do that.
So the first tip that we're going to give you is to create a fun space for your children to learn in.
If you need a desk, I'll make you one. Just hit me up privately.
Oh my God. You have like requests for like 17 desks.
So check that. I am now out of real estate, and I am a woodworker specialized in desks now. So,
perfect.
Yeah. First thing you can do is have a morning huddle. This is something that we do 3 times a week here at Atlas. It's been really effective for us. It's no more than 15-20 minutes, and it's really about establishing action items and wins for the day based on what is planned for that day.
Right.
This is something you can do real easy with your kids. Obviously, the younger they are, the simpler you want to keep that, and that's probably good practice even for the teenagers too. Just keep it simple. Just establish wins, establish what they need to do as action items today. Some of the things that I've started doing with my kids is, what are you going to do to make today great? What are you going to do today to put a smile on somebody's face? And then what are you going to do to put into your mind something good? So if we establish those 3 things and they commit to it, we just follow up at the end of the day to see that they did it. So just a real quick morning huddle.
Nice. The second one is to focus on progress, not perfection. So it's going to be really difficult as parents to try to see the progress that we would want to see them have, and we aren't teachers.
No, and look, I mean, I think everybody knows that there's going to be some hurdles with this. There's going to be some challenges. There's going to be a lot of things that get messed up. But I think it's about, what do we need to do to stack each day that we're a little better today than we were yesterday.
Right.
And what do we need to do tomorrow to be a little better today, and do that each day, each week. And, you know, as long as you're making progress, I think you celebrate that, not worry so much about the perfection.
Absolutely.
The next one is be ready to move. So, you know, I think with a learning environment, it's helpful to kind of change your physical disposition. So maybe sometimes that's sitting at your desk or your work area, maybe sometimes standing and walking around a little bit, taking some frequent breaks. You know, I think the human attention span can only kind of keep going and focus 50 minutes at a time. So making sure you're encouraging yourself and your kids to get up, move around a little bit, take some breaks. And that's okay.
Well, most schools in general have some kind of recess and gym, so you've got to think that you've got to do the same at home too.
Well, even getting up and moving from one classroom to the next is just enough to kind of break up the monotony of kind of sitting down and hearing lecture all day. So encourage that too. Try to treat it the same as they would in a school.
Next one we have is to just prepare. Lots of prep, making sure whether that's their space is ready for them, and even yourself. Like, do you have your own space while your children are in virtual learning? Making sure that your children have everything that they need for the next day, the night before. On the weekends, maybe there's a time block to make sure that you have everything for the kids that week that they're going to need. It's going to be hard. And it's going to take lots of work. Yeah, and just make sure you have a routine and a cadence to where you're preparing for the day before the week coming up. And then the last thing is just be willing to let some things go. Like we said earlier, a lot of things are going to go to plan and not go to plan, and what's worth kind of pursuing and fighting for, and what's worth just letting go and not getting super frustrated with. The kids are going to follow your mentality, they're going to follow your disposition, and if you're getting frustrated and overly excited about certain things, they're going to follow suit with it, and it's going to create anxiety and stress for them too. So be willing to let some things go. And kids are super, super resilient. Like, they're going to adapt to this really, really quickly. And the other thing that we talk about a lot is the fact that, you know, we're fearing that they might get behind because we're not as good, or virtual's not as good. And in reality, everybody's dealing with this.
Exactly, and I think
it's a level playing field.
Yeah, and I think as humans, we typically make things out worse in our heads than they actually end up being. So there's a lot of that anxiety and that fear of what's going to be for the next few months, at least, with virtual learning. May not be as bad as we're playing it out to be.
Exactly.
So a little different spin on our video blog today. Hopefully it helps out. If there's anything at all we can help with at home or real estate related, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Appreciate the support. Hope you guys are staying healthy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot.